Hello Internet, welcome back to Watch with Joe. It's time for another episode of Andor. A little bit of housekeeping before we get started in this video. Looking at the YouTube analytics and stats, I noticed that 95% of you are not subscribed. Come on guys, that subscription really means a lot to me. I really need it. So please, hit that subscribe button. Please. Thank you. And now let's catch up where we were in the last episode. Cassian is in prison. And the question in my mind is he going to get out through a prison break from the inside? Is he going to get out because the rebels get him out? Is he going to get out because the Empire finds out that he is Cassian and not the fake name that he's currently in prison under? Excuse me. Those are the three options, I think. It's prison break from inside, prison break from outside forces, i.e. the rebels, or Empire finds out that it's that he is Cassian and take him to a different facility or something of that nature. Those are the three options as far as I can see. In other parts of the story, Mon Mothma is she's under more and more pressure, and it's just a ticking clock into when she's discovered by the Empire or someone else as to what she's up to. Another part is Cyril, who has been looking for Cassian and is now on the radar of the Empire, saying, hey, stop looking for this person. You are causing issues for us. Stop looking. We do the investigating. You do not. You are nothing. We will destroy you. The ISB agent is really starting to hone in on Luthen. They don't know the name. I don't know who he is yet, but they know there is a central figure, and they know it's the person who was with Cass when he escaped, and they have a description. So yeah, they are closing in on Luthen, who's been a little bit lethargic, or I'm not sure if lethargic's the right word. His assistant saying he's been careless, but I think it's something different. I think he keeps saying he's been hiding too long, which I think is a possibility. He needs to be openly in rebellion now. He's tired of the games, and he went to our friend Saul Guerrera, who is just as divisive as ever. And if you've watched Clone Wars or Rebels, or of course Rogue One, you'll know who he is, and you'll see his progression through those different shows and films. But here you very much see why he is not a part of the Rebel Alliance. In Rogue One, it's because he doesn't believe the others are up for the fight. He doesn't believe that they will do what's necessary. Yeah, there's lots of different threads at the moment. Oh, and there's another one. There's poor Marva is basically dying. Fiona Shaw continues to be wonderful. Cassian's friends are now basically getting arrested to try and find out where Cassian is. Yeah, it's like I was saying, it's so many different threads to this show at the moment, and I'm just waiting for them to start to meet, and we'll see how long it takes for some of those. I mean, we've only got, I think, 4 episodes left, including this one, so there's plenty to find out, plenty to see. Yeah. Okay, time to stop talking and watch episode 9 of Andor.
I don't like wasting time.
Neither do I.
We tracked him to a radio hidden in his yard. For a man with very little actual rebellious activity on his resume, he was remarkably resistant. Which, of course, just makes us think there's more to be learned, which leads to a longer session.
Yeah.
Suddenly it's morning, and there we are. Were you aware that the buyer, your contact, met Park only once before being turned over to you?
No, she didn't. I'm guessing.
The very worst thing you can do right now is bore me.
I believe you.
You're not going to believe me anyway, are you?
No.
No.
There's nothing intrinsically physical about this process, but we've had some early trials that were a bit chaotic.
Oh, mad scientist vibes.
They make a sound as they die, a sort of choral, agonised pleading. There were 3 communications officers monitoring the documentation, and they were found hours later, huddled together in various states of emotional distress. We've taken the recordings and modified them slightly, layering...
This sounds like really, really horrendous torture.
Let's get on with it.
Oh, this is terrifying. Oh, that's a classic shot as well.
Taking my run.
What are you up to, Cass? Oh, Cassian, you've been planning something.
2 men back. 2 weapons. No boots.
Interesting. So, my thought of it being
He's touching the rail.
Prison Break from inside is
Elevator's not wired. Nothing that moves can fry you.
much more viable.
When was the last time you spoke with Cassian Andor?
Oh,
Keep her here. Keep her alive.
As a hostage?
As a witness. She's the only one we've got who can identify access.
oh, looks like she spoke.
Our second vow is to protect the power and independence of this remarkable chamber.
Did the lights go out once they voted?
Those of you who still believe that when we enter this building, we are in a temple.
She's running out of rope in the Senate, that's for sure.
Level 2, far side. Stagger. Something broken. What's he saying? Level 2. He's coming this way around now. What's he saying?
That's not good.
It takes a week for one word to get all the way up here, and you're panicking about something that's happening on the other side of the building! How many hands does it take for one word to get through up here?
Bridges on the program will have their doors open. All ships will proceed immediately to their stations.
Oh, tension is building in the prison.
Aunt Belle's been to Tassia Moon. Look what she brought me.
Your father may have an opinion. We'll see if he lets you wear it.
He lets me do anything I want.
Oh!
Why don't you go try it on?
The Empire doesn't rest, Mon. The rebellion comes first. We take what's left.
Tell me you're going home for a visit. They've been after me to find you.
Of course.
Ooh, puppeting into his line there.
You think they care what we say? They don't need to care. All they need to do is turn this floor on twice a day and keep their numbers rolling. Why bother listening to us? We are nothing to them.
Yeah.
Nobody's listening! Nobody's listening!
Cassian's not. Oh, he's going hard.
Good to see you. But no ID on your axis. He's still just the buyer.
It's disappointing, I know, but it does suggest the scope of what he's doing. Andor returned to Ferrix 3 nights after Aldani with money in his pocket.
And 2 soldiers from the garrison who got a look at him felt there was some similarity to our reference picture.
Well, that's worth running down.
She's the reason Andor came back.
Perhaps they communicate.
If they are, we'll know. We're on her full time.
Oh, they are really, really closing the gap. The net is really closing in on them.
You said they fried the whole bridge.
Yeah, they were making trouble.
Another day, another shift. So let's keep our mouths shut, keep our heads down, until we know what's going on.
Oh.
Who left? Come on, mate.
He's losing it. He's not going to make it.
Heading back to Chandra today.
Yes, the pilgrimage.
Find yourself a husband?
Wasn't on my list of things to do.
Well, you need a widower at this point. Who's left of any value at your age?
Yes.
Wow, he's a pleasant man.
Be a spoiled rich girl for a while. Remind people that's who you are.
We've chosen a side. We're fighting against the dark. We're making something of our lives.
That's a very interesting relationship. I like it.
Try to follow on the conversation we had last month.
That wasn't a conversation. You were brought in for questioning. Are you stalking me?
I know you work here, and I come sometimes to see if I'll see you. Just being in your presence,
This is not a direction I thought this was going in.
I have already given you a second chance. You come near me again, you pursue any of this, and I swear I'll have you in a cage on the Outer Rim.
You're a foolish person.
Get Dr. Gorst. Send him out there immediately.
I already did. He's on his way. Do you want to go?
Yes. No. There's no time. I'll interrogate remotely. Good work. Go.
He is becoming very forward.
How much trouble am I in?
There's no trouble at all unless they scan the accounts.
But that's coming.
We need a Chandrilan banker, Davos Kalden.
He is not a banker. He's a thug.
He wants to meet you. He wants to meet here.
Oh, Jesus.
We've got a rebel pilot in custody, one of Anto Krieger's group. He was picked up at a customs check. We don't think Krieger knows he's gone missing yet. He's telling us there's a raid planned on the power station at Spellhouse.
Oh.
What if we foul the ship? An accident, something mechanical. Have the pilot found dead in the cockpit. What would happen?
They'd have to find it, but they'd tow it into Kafrene.
Make it so top priority, quickly and carefully. We leave no trace. Excellent work.
Oh, they are moving quickly now.
On program.
Come in.
Inmates on program. Program in place. Low yield tables in position.
Oh, he's out.
He's only got 40 shifts left. Just want to get him up and about. He's tough as an old rock.
He's not going to make it back to the dorms.
You can't save him.
Nothing to save. He's had a massive stroke.
He's lucky. He'll pass peacefully, which is more than I can say for the rest of us.
Oh.
Another week like this, and you'll be begging for what he's getting. What happened down on 2? A man who was just released on 4 ended up back on 2 the next day. Word got out on the floor, and then they killed them all.
So once a shift up, they just move to a different...
How many guards on each level?
Never more than 12.
Yeah. Oh, that was great. That was a great episode. So that was Andor episode 9, and return to form. That was a really good episode. Right off the bat, I've got to say, Andy Serkis. Everyone praises him for his incredible work as Gollum and and as Caesar in the Planet of the Apes movies. But my God, you can't do those kinds of roles unless you're a good actor. And I love getting to see him outside of mocap, because it just demonstrates what a wonderful actor he is. The subtleties in his facial expressions and the intensity is wonderful. He's a great actor who doesn't get enough praise for his work outside of mocap. Just right off the bat, the net is definitely closing in on Luthen and possibly on Cassian. But I think the biggest takeaway from this episode is it seems once you've run out of shifts at this prison camp, you don't get released. You get put onto a different level. Or they may have that may have been a mistake. But it seems like no one is getting out. And that's, now that they know that, that's going to definitely form a resolve to get their way out. And that's what this episode was about. This was about getting that mindset of, okay, we can't trust them to just let us go once we've done our job. If we want to survive, we've got to leave on our own power. So that's where we're heading next. It looks like it's going to be a prison break. The other big story bit was Vel, because she is the cousin of Mon Mothma. I did not see that coming. But what a wonderful way to link those two characters. And it seems like these cousins, these seemingly very close cousins, both went into the Empire era saying, no, we are not going to stand for this. This is against everything we believe in. And they decided to fight then and there, these two. And they have each other to support, but they don't know what each other does. Mon doesn't have any idea what Vel was doing. That's really cool. But it also goes back to what we learned in the last episode. What Cinta was saying about her being a rich girl hiding. And she also puppeted that line that Cinta gave her last time of the rebellion comes first, we take what's left over. Yeah, so that's very, very cool. No Luthen this week, but the job that he's been working on is now being discovered by the Empire. So he is going to be in a tricky situation towards the end of the season, I'm guessing. Excuse me, with that job. It's going to be switched to a trap. Now the question is, will he be there, or just will his people that he's chosen for this job or linked with for this job be caught? And if they are caught, are the ones who have been in contact with him going to be the ones caught? Because those are the ones who can then identify him as Luthen. It'd be like if the Empire got Saw Gerrera. That's the kind of level of people we're talking about here. So it's a very tense situation building up as far as that is concerned. The prison break is an attempt that is bound to happen sooner or later. We'll have to see. The Mon is running out of space. She is isolated at the Senate, and she is being boxed in as far as the money is concerned. She is running out of rope very, very quickly, and sooner or later she's going to have to break. And by break, I mean break away and get out of Coruscant. The question is, how long she's on the run, because I know 2 or 3, I can't remember what I said last time out, years before Yavin is when she meets the Ghost crew, and we're still 5 years out from Yavin at the moment. So, or it may be less, because I don't know exactly how quickly time is passing. It may be less than significantly less than that now. It may be like 4.5 at this point. I don't know. This torture system seems to be very, very successful, and it makes me think, hey, why didn't you use that on Princess Leia in when they were trying to find the rebel base? Well, there we are. There is something else. Dedra's assistant, the one who looks like Tarkin, but it's not Tarkin because he's too low rank to be Tarkin. Those cheekbones, incredible. He is being very efficient, and it makes me think: is he the one who's going to stab Dedra in the back to take her position? Because he is proving to be very good at his job, and I wonder if that possibility has gone through her head yet. Also, say the bit with her and Cyril was like, I'm like, okay. I mean, I understand he got his name clear because he didn't really do much wrong, as far as Cassian is concerned, but the way he went about is stalkerish, and is he that obsessed with Cassian, or is it something else? I don't know. It seemed a bit icky. I was talking in the intro about lots of threads in this show, and there continue to be lots of threads, but they do seem to be coalescing. They do seem to be moving towards each other, and it's a case of when that point is. And I imagine, let's just throw this out into the ether. Let's say that then in the next episode they somehow manage to break out of the prison. We have 2 episodes of this season left, and I imagine the finale is going to be something to do with this job that now the Empire knows about, and I assume a trap that they're going to set for Luthen. Be interesting to see who is there, maybe to get him out of that jam, or who's there to mop up the pieces afterwards to keep the network of rebel operatives going. It's fascinating to see. I'm very much looking forward to next week's episode now. Yeah, great episode, fantastic. And that's it for this video. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and comment below. All those things help me grow the channel so I can keep doing this for you, the internet. Tell me all your thoughts about episode 9 of Andor, where you think the story threads are going to head towards the end of the season. Yeah, just tell me all your thoughts. I'm fascinated to hear them every single week. And I'll see you in the next video.